Okay, we're back. Hopefully these will last a while since they're officially charged. Anyway, back to the page. I used purple Peerless watercolor as a background, and I glued another song, Teardrops on My Guitar by Taylor Swift, and I rubbed, I think, the fire brick over it, and some purple chalk, and I made these teardrops on a page. I wrote some words, and you can't really see, but I doodled broken hearts. Well, first I started with swirls, and then I did the broken hearts, and I did a little tan doodle on this teardrop, and I added some, I think these are supposed to be flower petals, but they look like teardrops to me. Hopefully you can see. They look like teardrops, so I added them to the page since they fit. I really like this page. I did an ATC where I took squares of pictures, photos that I cut up, and I had some left over. So I started putting them all over I was only going to do a little bit, but I ended up doing the whole page, and I really like how it turned out. And I took some alphas that I had, and I stuck them on here. And this was a camera from Studio Calico. I think, I forget the name of the collection. Destination, I think? Or, no, Documentary. Got that at CHA. And this was, I used chalk on the background. Originally these were going to be a double page. I changed my mind. And different chalks. And I took some tissue paper, crumpled it up, and glued it on. And I used Distress Ink Vintage Photo. And I glued this picture. I was going to use it for this page, but I didn't need it. So I had a frame that I cut, and I put it on the frame. And I used more Rockstar from DCWB. And if you see, there's a sticker on the bottom that says Believe. You can't really see it. This one I just glued some bunch of paper as background from Prima that I got at Big Lots. And then this is vellum, scrap. And then before that, I think I took some watercolor and I painted around the edges of the paper. And I used some rub-ons behind him. And this was from a magazine. And I did the mailing tape technique, and I really like how this turned out. Almost just paper just came off with the black ink. And that was that. And this I used some crayons as a background. And glue these from a magazine. And and I use stickers to spell gossip. And for the shimmer, use Doc Martens iridescent. I think these were the iridescent magenta and I think iridescent gold to give that shimmer. And this is going to be a 2-page spread. I used two different, this one I used painter's tape. Well, both of them I did painter's tape all over the pages. And then this one I used the Luminaire paints. I think the magenta. And then I put the Don Martens ink, iridescent copper or silver. I think I used two different kinds. And then this one the background was crayons. And then I did the painter's tape. And I used the Doc Martens again as paint. And I did the magenta and the gold. And these were from a magazine ad, Starbucks. This is not what I usually get. I usually get the caramel frap. Yum yum. And if you look at my blog, you've seen this. This is my entry for Kai Scrap-A-Cat journal challenge. It was for childhood memory. And mine was about a tea party. This page, I did blue acrylic, two colors of blue acrylic, and a little bit of brown. A little bit of brown. And I scraped it on. These were from a package from the backing of earrings. I traced the teacup and cut it out in color with the magenta, and I made it to look like coffee or tea. So I colored it brown with glue there, and I had a sticker so that I looked like she was dressed up for a tea party. And I used the stamp from Just for Fun. And again, I used the finger for texture and vintage photo. The other side I used craft paint in pinks, and hot pink and pink blast. Traced the cup, colored it in blue and brown. Can't really tell. And I did the rubber finger and the backing of the earring packaging, and added Elmo. And I rubbed vintage photo all over it, and all over the pages, and spritzed it and let it drip down to get more of a grungy look. Because wasn't not really crazy how this turned out. And I wrote T for two for tea. And that's it with this journal for now. If you saw my blog, shycraftygirl.blogspot.com, I did a post about tours, and I was at the cultural center one time. I was getting all kinds of map. I needed a map. Of course, I was looking around, getting all the kinds of goodies, and when I came home, I was just starting into art journaling, and I read about an artjournaling.ning. Artjournaling.ning. I saw about junk journals, and I thought that was really cool. And when I was looking at this, I'm like, this would be a really cool art journal. So this is going to be my junk journal. And I started gessoing the pages. So left turn. This one, I did this one I covered the whole thing, and then I forgot if I wanted to leave this blank and this, and then I went to close it to try to get texture. I'm like, oh wait, I forgot. But I like how it came out. I still gotta do the rest. I want to do this tour. I want to do the tour on this tour. But anyway, check out my blog about all the tours I would like to take. This is my comic book. When I started it, I was so excited to start it. Excuse me. Got this at Walmart a few weeks ago. Paid $2.50. My friend's like, "You need this." I'm like, "No." Especially at the price it was. But anyway. Whoa, we're 11 minutes. This is the first page. This one was first the Kai's challenge for the song. Did it. I gessoed it, and I did blue acrylic, and I did black acrylic too. They really darkened it up. They didn't like that, so I painted white gesso on there, and I cut her out. I put her on there. Well, before that, I stamped a background stamp all over the page in blue. And then I glued her on there. And then I spelled out, "Do you want to know a secret?" And I don't have time to tell this story, but anyway. This is my second page. It's a 2-pager. I gessoed and did craft paint in pinks. This is vellum. I did it on both pages. And I did black on the sides, and it was too dark for me, so I tried to lighten it up. I did crayon resist again with the hearts in black. And I glued her on there. It's from a magazine. And this was from another magazine. And then, I did crayon resist with my watercolors. And this was just, these 2 pages, I was in a funk. And this was more craft paint, denim blue, and red acrylic paint. This from newspaper, this from magazine. This is from the newspaper. And I used gold Doc Martens over it. And this was a file folder I made, little journal spot. And this was when I was really in a bad mood. And I wrote words, what I was feeling, and then painted black. I used a baby wipe to wipe most of the black off. And I used some alpha stamps. I stamped what I was feeling. I said a bad word here, so I'm covering the word. And I made a big heart. And the blue represents tears, and the red represents a broken heart, the blood from the broken heart, and the pool. And that's about it. That's it, because I'm almost done. And hopefully you can hear me from the music again. So thanks for watching.